Hi, boys and girls. This is Mr. Adam. I wanted to read a book with you today. We're going to read True or False, Amphibians. I know this has been a popular one in our classroom. But first, I wondered if some of you were wondering about Cheeto. And yes, Cheeto has been staying at my house. He's been well taken care of. He is happy and healthy and getting lots of mealworms. I just took his little... He likes to sleep underneath his little tank. So I took that off. But yeah, say hi to Cheeto. He misses you guys. Sam and Amelia have really been liking having him around. And we have the fish upstairs in my son's room too. And some of Miss Rachel's fish. But just wanted to show you that because he, of course, is an amphibian. So then we're going to walk over to where I'm going to read to you guys. So follow me. Miss Rachel's doing a wonderful job videoing this transition, I'm sure. So yeah, let's jump into True or False Amphibians by Melvin and Gilda Berger. And so this is kind of a fun one. As I read through this and read a fact about amphibians, some are true facts, some are false. And so if you think it's true, give a thumbs up. If you think it's false, give a thumbs down. We've done a lot of study of amphibians. You guys did research on them. So yeah, hopefully you're pretty good at this. All right, so true or false? All amphibians live on land and in water. Oh, that's a tricky one. I bet for a lot of you that's not too tricky, but they get trickier. True! Amphibians are animals that generally spend their lives part in water and part on land. Almost all are born in lakes, ponds, or streams. As adults, most amphibians leave the water to live at least some of their lives on land. Some continue to live near water. Others settle in places far from water. But most return to water to lay eggs. And I like that this book has some really beautiful photographs. It has some great text features. It's got a photograph here and then a little fact box here. It says, the word amphibian comes from the Greek word amphibios, which means living a double life. Well, that's kind of cool because they live on land and in water. Here we have another really nice photograph. It says, frogs, here's our true or false. Frogs and toads are the most common amphibians. Give a thumbs up if you think that's true or a thumbs down if you think it's false. True. Frogs and toads, like our friend Cheeto, make up the largest group of amphibians. These two kinds of animals are very similar, but there are some differences. A frog's skin is smooth and wet, but the skin of a toad is dry and bumpy. Also, most toads are chubbier than frogs, and many toads live far from water. Oh, here's a little fact box. Frogs and toads make up nearly 90% of all amphibian species. Makes sense why a lot of us, those are the ones we think about first. Next section. Toads jump like frogs do. True or false? Thumbs up or thumbs down? False. Frogs cannot jump nearly as high, nor nearly as well as frogs can. In fact, toads rarely jump at all. Most of the time they walk on their very short legs. When attacked, frogs usually use their powerful hind legs to leap away. Toads sometimes use their hind feet to bury themselves in the ground to avoid predators. Here's a little section. Most toads make their homes in gardens, fields, forests, and jungles. Probably some of you have seen toads around your house. I know where I used to live. There would be toads around all the time. I wonder if you've seen some toads in your yard. True or false? Brightly colored frogs are usually poisonous. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Cheeto's pretty brightly colored and his belly's pretty red too. I wonder if, let's see. True. All brightly colored frogs have poison glands in their skin. That is actually right. That's part of why I don't love for you guys to touch Cheeto, and I try to touch him as little as possible. He does have a little bit of poison on his skin. It's not dangerous, but if you touch him, you definitely have to wash your hands right after so that you don't get itchy eyes or anything like that. Any predator that tries to bite one gets a mouthful of bad-tasting liquid. Sometimes one bite is just enough to make a predator let go of the frog. Other times, the poison is actually strong enough to kill the attacker. The tiny poison dart frog is one of the most dangerous of all amphibians. Next section. True or false? Frogs and toads are always easy to see. I don't know. What do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down on that one. False. Many frogs and toads blend in with their surroundings, making them hard to see. Their skin is natural colors like green or brown, just like their environment. This camouflage often makes it easy to hide from snakes, their worst enemies. It also helps them catch crickets, worms, and other animals they like to eat. Oh, look at this picture right here. I can't even hardly tell, I think. I can definitely see the snake. Maybe that's the toad right there. Sure doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look much different than this clump of dirt right here. Oh, wait, no. It's right here. I didn't even see it. I thought that was a different... Is that? No. Oh, my goodness. I think that's the toad, and this is a different picture. My goodness. Next section. True or false? All frogs and toads can croak. False. Only male frogs and toads and a few females call and croak. This happens mostly in mating season. The males gather in ponds, swamps, and other wetlands. They puff out their throats and force air over their vocal cords to make the sounds. The female hear the males calling. They find them, mate, and lay their eggs. Ooh, so the boys kind of like to sing to impress the girls. True or false? Frogs and toads lay many eggs at a time in water. True. Most female frogs lay lots of eggs at a time in water. Generally, they lay their eggs and swim away. However, some carry them on their backs for safety. The water keeps the eggs from drying out. The eggs, which do not have shells, are covered with jelly that protects them. Oh, true or false? I'm going to do this last one with you. And here's this one. Hopefully you get this one right. If not, then that's good too, because you learned something. Fully formed frogs hatch from the eggs, or hatch from eggs. What do you think? True or false? False. Generally, larvae hatch from the eggs. The larvae are called tadpoles or pollywogs. They have small heads and long tails and look nothing like their parents. For some other species, however, tiny froglets hatch from the eggs. And here's a little fact here that we have learned. Tadpoles breathe underwater through gills. So yeah, there's a little bit more to this book, and it'll be in the classroom library. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and thanks for saying hi to Cheeto. I'd love to hear from any of you. Yeah, maybe if you're learning about other animals at home, or if there's a fact that was kind of new to you about amphibians. Yeah, feel free to email me or write to me, and keep doing an awesome job with your schoolwork. And yeah, have a good day. Bye.